Today, I will conclude my reflections on select passages from the Gospel of Matthew by looking at the moment of Jesus' death as it is depicted in Matthew. And what this passage reveals is the very Jewish understanding of the eschaton, the end of the age, the beginning of the new age of God's sovereignty in Israel, and Matthew's notion of resurrection. And this is the only gospel in which these particular verses appear. Notice that I'm beginning in chapter 50. Jesus cried out again in a loud voice and gave up his spirit. He passed away. And then it says, and behold, the veil of the sanctuary was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth quaked, rocks were split, tombs were opened, and the bodies of many saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming forth from their tombs after his resurrection, they entered the holy city and appeared to many. What does that mean? Those verses appear only in the Gospel of Matthew. Well, what this means is, first of all, that Matthew has an understanding of resurrection that is corporate. In other words, the death of Jesus signals the beginning of the resurrection of the nation of Israel and its restoration to former glory in, of course, the reign of God. So for Matthew, when Jesus dies, the eschaton, the end of the age, the beginning of the new age, has begun. And so resurrection for Matthew is seen as more than just the individual resurrection of Jesus. It is also seen in a corporate sense. And this is true for us Christians today, that we understand resurrection not simply as our own individual resurrection, but as the resurrection of the world. The resurrection of the world, it's rising to faith in God and faith in Jesus, a faith that allows us to live the way that Jesus would have us live in this world.